Alright, yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Tucker, and today I'm bringing you guys some more Destiny, and we're going to be doing calculus, which is probably about to be as fun as doing real calculus, of which I have only ever done in a pre-calculus. But shut up, that's besides the point. Ooh. But how you guys doing? I'm doing alright. I can't really complain. Just hanging out. Before we jump in the train, gotta check. Still going. Dang, dude, this has been going on.
You got me, 3. I'm paying attention now. I hate these even more. Focus, Ray. Here and now. You're entering the Vex exclusion zone, Guardian. Find how they're co-opting the Nine's power and put a stop to it.
Deep scans are picking up dark matter and deep mantle drilling. This place looks like a quarry geared towards mining out the anomaly's power.
So they're using 3 on the other side to strengthen their shields? We can't remove all the dark matter, but we can neutralize the threat long enough to push deeper into the canyons. I want this refinery in flames, Guardian.
Well, alright, of course. I mean, I guess. Build some dark weapons.
Orin, how does dark matter relate to the Nine? My understanding is it's non-reflective and has odd qualities, but is still natural.
The Nine are, in simple terms, made of dark matter. It tangles with enough mass, like they do.
So the Vex are tapping dark matter from the anomaly, and that matter is tangled with the Nine's power? That must be what the Vex are keeping contained. Some live wire that lets them tap into whatever the Nine are doing, and reprogram it.
What's the point of that?
You're carrying a lot of energy, probably enough to shatter that conflux pylon. That should lower the barrier and let us out.
Already?
You are here. This is where they refine their power.
Wait, I'm picking up Elixir signatures. The House of Exile just ignited a glimmer drill.
One enemy force stealing the Nine's power is enough. Shut down their operation. Then we deal with the Vex.
You know, have we ever just let people, like, mind their business? Like, to be fair, I mean... Like, how did we get here? First of all, it's because people wasn't minding their business. Good grief, his name. Holy schmoly! Bro, wait, yeah, why don't y'all come down here and fight another man? Oh yeah, that's right. You can't.
That's the last of the exiles. Now for the Vex. Guardian, you're looking for a series of conversion engines tied to conflux pylons.
Like I said, Guardian. Leave it in flames.
Sentence enhancers. The Mississippi Queen? Why called that? See. Hey yo Chuck, yo Mississippi Queen, Mississippi Lane. It's called Beginner's Luck, look.
That's the last converter. Refiner. Whatever. The Vex can't convert any more dark matter. Wait. Vex mine incoming!
The Overseer, who holds Hourglass Sands.
I bet they break just the same.
The Titan in me is blushing.
So she is a Titan.
Shielding! Our weapons won't work!
You'll need the Nine's power to punch through.
Yo, Cuck. diabolical work. Alright. So, we at least have an idea of what to expect. I guess, I mean...
Shielded. Our weapons won't work.
You'll need the Nine's power to punch through.
Sorry, I'm being so quiet also. I'm just... I'll be focused. Yo, AstroTurf. I've seen a lot of funny names on here, but I've never met somebody named AstroTurf. One down. Good.
Why would the Vex leave at 9 for shielding? I've seen them in it for phasing of time to dodge an attack.
Against something paracausal, that phasing is a coin flip. The fourth dimension doesn't have that hindrance.
Knowing the 9 can subvert our agency is bad enough. But you're saying they can predict futures the Vex can't?
The Vex find a future that suits them. The 9 engineer one through. Intermediaries and pressure.
Surely they follow some rules.
Ikora, I know what it feels like to have your autonomy brushed aside. That woman is dead, and Lodi worked hard to protect her memory. But in the eyes of the 9, you exist simultaneously. A constant.
Stop, Orin. These borders matter. I know who I am.
Well, apparently you don't. Well, guys, we have 3 more missions, so I'm probably going to try and knock out this mission.
Maya's Vex co-opting 9
And
energy is a
then-
bad sign. Even if you don't think they're working together.
I remember her, but her transformation is a blind spot. What happened that turned her into the conductor?
A fragment of paracausal power touched down on Nessus, and one of her simulations rose out of the Vex net and claimed it. Originally, she was looking for her wife, Chioma, but the Vex she co-opted began to change, to individualize.
She will not find her wife here, but she will find a being who knows.
That's strange. Some of the radiolaria in the Vex down here is reading as being from, well, not our timeline. They're trying to wall off our path. We'll have to push through some familiar territory to reach the mine maintaining the dampening field.
If the Guardian dismantles it, we'll have enough Strangelet capsules to safely reach the Singularity.
And 3's on the other side with our message. One step closer to an answer. One last leap of faith. If Maya can already manipulate time, why all this friction?
Unlike the 9,
Oh yeah, we
they're
didn't
bound
kill
by their
Maya.
dimension.
I forgot. I was like,
Parental
how is she
flow
still
applies to
here?
all. Time moves forward, never backward. I want answers
What's
to
next? Is
Ikora.
Oryx gonna show up and Renegades being like, hey guys, I'm still here. That's how I get amplified. Is because I make ionic traces with that. I don't even really know what I was trying to do. That's what feels like. I genuinely think, no, yeah, I've been going for nearly 12 hours straight, dude. Like, that's crazy.
Looks like we're about to hit resistance. Get ready.
Resistance. You have reached an end, little ghost. Seeking to avert a catastrophe after the fact. You wear yourself down from battle before it ever cuts deep enough to draw blood. But you will try.
It's an ambush, Guardian. Take cover. They're trying to lock us in. Clear a path and let's look for a way to disable those barriers.
Alright. So we need to get a plant, and then we need to throw it at the wall. Alright. So, lenses destroyed.
I thought this message was for me, Guardian, not you.
The Nine keep stringing us along. They always get the future they determine.
Time is chord notation, the known possible scale of everything. But if the tone is set, why scheme against fate? Still, the Nine try, don't they?
Chords have variance to a degree. Tiny alterations in a range.
You're catching on. The Titan in me misses helping people. The city might do me some good.
I'm glad to hear you consider it. You could help us retake Seoul. Start small. Maybe Chicago. Heavy Vex presence ahead. You're trading fire with an exile raiding party.
But thankfully, no giant minotaur this time.
The Archon must be using us as a distraction to breach the Vex quarantine.
Too bad they crossed paths with you, Guardian.
Wait, Chicago? That was originally the originally the EDC was, or not. It was the EDC. It was the Cosmodrome. The Cosmodrome was originally on the old Chicago. Okay, so we get the You know what's really crazy? The first brig in Destiny was the final boss of Scourge of the Vex.
Guardian, destroying that brig deactivated a nearby exile signal. I think they had sealed off one of these buildings.
World's fastest punch in Destiny. It's been going for 30 minutes. Yeah, they had one of the doors blocked off already. Well, they didn't have it. They didn't have it, they still have it. Unless it's the one over here, that the one I didn't check.
This. A door in waiting. A bridge across space.
No. There's remnants of Elixir technological signatures in the assimilated architecture here. The house must have been right on top of the anomaly before the Vex pushed them out.
The Archon's been trying to get back in ever since. It makes me think they'll make a push once we bring down the dampening field.
We'll need to be ready. But right now, we kill the noise. Kill the noise and hear our answers.
Christ, it's still going. I've noticed that I keep getting, I keep just getting quiet. And to be honest with you, I don't really know why.
A hook? I haven't felt this since I was emissary. One of the 9 want to speak.
Quitter. Is that you, Buttercup? Release me from those filthy, fleshy hands.
No. My hand resigned a broken contract.
Orin, what's happening?
An unthinkable glimpse. An order. Drawing pinpoint aversion.
No. Too cryptic, Quitter. You want to know how we saved you? Your big ball never tell you that. You are flimsy. For me to stay in third a while, I'll need the one with the fetching fermions.
Ugh! Gunsmoke, stop! Speak to me, not through me. It's my will. Mine.
Quitting didn't take fully?
It did. It's me, I'm me. Those tethers I mentioned still stick to my skin.
Unfortunately.
If Maya really thought she was inevitable, she wouldn't be trying to stop us. Push through.
But, yeah, how you guys doing? Like, and hope y'all are, liking the playthrough. I think it's pretty cool. To be honest with you, I was not as excited for, this as I was, like, the final shape. Like, don't get me wrong, it's really cool. My thing is there's not really seasonal activities. You know how, like, we had, like, the Dreadnought and stuff.
Everything's being scrambled by a Vex disruption signal. Follow the cable. We should find the source.
But yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying the like longer videos. Okay. Well, that's cool, I guess.
Tire of learning the same lessons. Your response is not necessary. This is not a conversation. You're only meant to listen. How readily you obey fate. A leader without agency. A discarded puppet wrapped in her wires. And the weapon. Guardian, the Nine flatter you and themselves. But my enemies do not threaten me, because I do not allow it. I command their passivity. They cannot raise their weapons.
I will drag the past to us if I must. That's her plan, isn't it? She knows the Nine can do things the Vex can't.
Precipitous moments. Her tone will change soon.
Yes, it will.
Nine crowding the corners of my cortex. Don't let them in. They'll burn through any non-emissary.
There it is, Guardian. That Vex mine has the capsule we need. I don't care what Maya says. We're on her doorstep and she feels it.
I've had enough of this wall in my brain. I'm looking forward to seeing it crumble.
To be fair, I feel like I could have got this done a little bit faster.
I bet we can take it out with this. Guardian. Bring them down.
Bro, I swear. Boy, I sure am glad that we cannot melee. Sorry, I keep getting quiet on y'all. I really don't mean to, and I know. Yeah, eventually y'all are gonna get tired of hearing. Sorry for getting quiet. I get caught up in my train of thought also. What's whack is like...
Should be the final Strangelet capsule. We did it. The quarantine field is failing.
We just detected a shockwave from the singularity.
My connection is still tethered. Ikora, I'm letting 9 in. Talk to me to talk to them.
We have questions.
Commander, answers later. Bosk, perihelion around my maypole. But I do have a message for the weapon-to-be. Guardian, we knew salt water would evaporate. Missiles aping at solar flares would collide. Humanity was destined to burn. 3 and I, well, we looked at the Valley of Unknown Space. We saw our nature would nurture the conditions for uppercase light. Your resurrection was enabled by our hand for this purpose. Your action will end the looming horizon. For this, you were positioned, set into orbit. This and 3's message to come.
My will is my own. It's as frightening as it is freeing. Don't misunderstand me. I didn't choose to be a Lightbearer. I did choose to be an emissary. And I chose to leave. I don't miss either life. I choose to bear truth. To share fragments I've stowed away from beyond the borders of known space. The knowledge I keep will save others. But first, there is a piece of myself that I left buried to grow in old soil. My ghost, Gore. We planted violet petals from the Golden Age. My hands, their shell. After we leave here, that's where I'll go. One brief respite until fate calls us back to right the impossible.
Everyone, we have the last Strangelet capsule. Guardian, we need to take this to the Altar of Relativity and get that door open.
This is it. I'm finally gonna learn why I'm here. Big moment. For all of you too, I'm sure.
Yeah. Round of congrats to everyone. But we're not out of the doghouse yet.
Drifter's right. I'm sure the Archon will be on the move soon now that the quarantine is down. And when he does...
Quiet. Yes, you have reached your goal and torn down my collective's quarantine. This is marginally impressive, but not beyond expectations. You are free to enter and play out your adventure. As I have said, I concluded my business there long ago. All that is left is to see if the Guardians really do make their own fate. Or if you will let the Nine puppeteer your power to their whims. Remember that it is they who manipulated you. They who spent your lives so recklessly to save themselves. They who see you as something less. All I am doing is all I have ever done. Improving a broken system. You may remain shielded. Or be drawn into a losing battle. Goodbye, Guardian.
Guardian, drop everything you're doing. The reactor for the Academy is experiencing criticality. If we don't hold Meltdown, it will bury not just the Ionians, but trigger the Singularity's expansion. It's all at risk. Guardian, lead us in.
Well, alright guys. After I kill these guys. I guess I'm going to end it here. I guess I will catch you on the next one. I hope everyone has an amazing rest of their day, evening, or whenever you're outside to watch this, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.